Welcome back! In today's video I'll be showing you how to make programs or apps open and load faster on a Windows 11 PC or laptop. Hopefully some of the methods in this video will give your PC a performance boost to shorten loading times on apps and games. Feel free to try all of the methods or pick and choose those that you think will work best. Remember to leave a like and feel free to subscribe if the video helps. Let's get into the methods. Before we get into the first method, it's worth mentioning that I will be assuming there are no issues with the apps you want to open, causing them to take a while to load. But if you think this is the case, then I would recommend reinstalling or repairing the program. Also, there is a chance that viruses could be causing problems, so make sure you have scanned your PC. The first method is to try and limit the impact of other apps on the ones you want to open. This impact will be greatest just after starting up your PC. So we will begin by preventing apps from automatically running at startup that will slow down your PC overall. There are two methods to do this. The first method is to disable startup apps via the main settings page, so head here first. You can get to the settings by searching for it in the search bar. In the settings, click on apps from the list of options on the left. In here, click on startup, which should be the bottom option on the list. On the next page, you will see the list of apps and some will be turned on, which means they will run at startup. Feel free to go down the list and turn off any apps you know you don't use. You can use the sort function at the top to help show you the apps that have the biggest impact on performance. The second method is to turn off startup apps via the task manager. You can get there by right-clicking on the Start menu button at the bottom and then by choosing Task Manager. In the Task Manager, find the Startup tab, and now you should see the list of programs that can automatically start when you turn on your PC. You'll need to go down the list and look for any programs you know you don't use, or those that you don't use regularly. Disabling them in here won't make them stop working, however they might take a bit longer to run when you do want to use them. But of course, if you don't use them that often, this won't make too much difference. To disable an application in here, all you need to do is right-click on it and then choose Disable. It's helpful to look at the Startup Impact column to help make your decision on whether it's worth disabling them. You can always enable the program again by right-clicking on it and selecting Enable. Whilst we're in the Task Manager, it's also helpful to close any programs you aren't currently using. Check which apps use the most system resources in the Processes tab by looking at the CPU and GPU column. Also look in the Background Processes section for apps that you don't use, but don't end the task though for any programs you don't recognize, as they might be system services. You might find things like your browser running in the background, and this will slow down your PC. The next method will be to change some of the power settings on our PC. You may be able to increase performance by changing the power plan. To edit these settings, first go to the Control panel. You can get there by searching for it in the search bar. In the Control panel, go to System and Security and then find Power Options from the list. If you haven't already, you might find that turning on High Performance will help speed up your PC. But you will increase power consumption, so if you are using a laptop, this will shorten the battery life. Whilst you're in these settings, click on where it says Choose what the power buttons do from the options on the left, and then click Change Settings that are currently unavailable in blue. Make sure Turn on Fast Startup is selected. If it is already, then you don't need to change anything. These power settings changes should improve PC performance in general and improve loading times. The next method is to free up space. If your device is close to capacity, it might run slower. Check out my channel or click the card on screen now, as I'll have videos that cover many ways to free up space in Windows. A few quick ways to free up space would be to empty the recycle bin, which can be done by right-clicking on it. You could sort through your downloads folder or uninstall a program you no longer use. You can uninstall a program by going to Settings, then Apps and Features, and then finding the app you want to uninstall, and then finally click on the three dots icon and choose Uninstall. The next method is to make sure the apps you want to start up quickly are set to high priority. This is only a temporary fix that you would need to do each time you load up the app, and it should help if the app stops responding or if sometimes it takes a while to load. To do this, open the program first and then go to the Task Manager again. The method to get there was to right-click on the Start menu icon and then choose Task Manager. In here, go to the Details tab this time and then look for the program you are opening. It might not be called the exact same name, but you should recognize it once you find it. Once you have found it, right click on it and then hover over Set Priority and finally choose High from the list that appears. The final method is to get an SSD or solid state drive if you don't have one already. I've left this to the end as of course it would be nice to avoid purchasing extra hardware if we can improve loading times without it, but if your programs are still taking ages to load and you have quite an old machine, an SSD should yield huge improvements. If you do get one, you will need to install the operating system and the apps you use most often onto it for the benefits. And so those are my methods to try and make programs or apps open and load faster on a Windows 11 PC or laptop. Click the card on screen now to watch a video of mine showing you 10 easy ways you can speed up your Windows PC. We've already done a few of those methods in this video, so you should be able to zoom through that one for even more performance. Help support the channel by visiting the store, the link is in the description and at the end of the video. If you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below, and if you did find today's video helpful, remember to leave a like and feel free to subscribe for more tips in the future. Be sure to stick around to see some of my other videos that you might be interested in. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.